Okay, everybody, Shabbat Shalom. A word of Torah before we continue with our service. There's something that is a little disturbing that's happening in the world of social media right now. On Twitter, if you search Anne Frank, you will find an abundance of users tweeting about how they know exactly how Anne Frank felt after a few weeks of quarantine. Comments on Twitter include things like, at least Anne Frank had a boyfriend. I'ma think she's lying. There's no way she stayed in that long. Another person tweeted, quarantine is just the Anne Frank challenge. Now I guess these Twitters are trying to be funny, but it's really not funny. And instead, comments like this delegitimize the Holocaust experience. A young woman, a 17-year-old teen from Chicago named Sophie Levitt, wrote about this on a website called heyalma.com. And she pointed out her outrage about these offensive tweets. She pointed out a few of the differences between our COVID-19 quarantine and what Anne Frank had to do, how she survived until she was killed. Sophie Levitt points out that first of all, Anne Frank hid for 25 months, for over 2 years, and it was with 7 other people in a small annex that was only 450 square feet of floor space. And they could not leave. And they could only get food from a few trusted people. And they also needed to keep the annex dark and remain absolutely silent. What Anne Frank went through, what so many people during the Holocaust went through, it bears almost no resemblance to what we are going through right now. We can go out for walks, we can go shopping for food, and I could go on. And I know I'm preaching to the choir. I mean, in so many ways, the situations are so completely, vastly different. But as we've seen so often before, people just post whatever they want to on social media, and it spreads. And negativity, with its shock value, spreads much faster. Fortunately, many people on Twitter, like Sophie, are speaking out against these offensive comparisons. For instance, Wally Yaroslawski of Canada wrote the following. He tweeted, Anne Frank and 7 other people hid in a 450 square foot attic for 761 days, quietly trying to remain undiscovered in order to stay alive. You'll probably be fine in your house with your wine, your food, and your Netflix. I'm asking all of us to be sensitive ourselves and also to educate those who would misappropriate the Holocaust, especially in light of Yom HaShoah, which is this Monday night. Please do this. Let's be sensitive. Let's speak out against this kind of misappropriation of Holocaust imagery. Let's do this, especially because of Yom HaShoah this Monday night. Let's do this to honor the memories of those who were brutally murdered by the Nazis. Thanks, everybody. Shabbat Shalom.